Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today, me and Zia, we are going to cover the case of Matthew Purdy. In the tragic 2023 incident, Wes Smith, a promising 21-year-old junior at Texas Christian University in Texas, lost his life in an unprovoked shooting on West 7th Street in the front of a Texas bar. The accused, Matthew Purdy, a 23-year-old, pleaded guilty in June 2025 to multiple felony charges and received 60 years for murder and 20 years for aggravated assault. The sentences are concurrent. Emotional victim impact statements and a guilty plea provided some measures of justice. So now we're going to go over the details of the case and watch the sentencing as it happened today.
So you see the ugly mug on the screen there. That's Matthew Purdy. As you
There.
said, 21-year-old Wes Smith was a junior at TCA. He was majoring in finance and strategic marketing. He might have been going places. Matthew Purdy, who was 21 at the time, randomly approached and shot Smith 3 times, once in the stomach and the shoulder, and then an execution style to the head after Smith had already fallen on the ground. He told the police that he would have shot more people if he hadn't run out of bullets. Purdy fled, but he was arrested about 2 blocks away. The police report said he offered no motive. It doesn't even offer a motive in there. He admitted it was just kind of a random thing. He confessed to the detectives and he acknowledged that the third shot was to make sure that he was dead. The prosecutors pursued the murder and aggravated assault, robbery, harassment of a public servant, tampering with evidence, and credit card abuse. So he had 8 felony counts total. And the defense had planned to go with an insanity plea. So they said that he had schizophrenia, possibly fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, plus
Oh.
maternal drug alcohol abuse during the pregnancy. He pled guilty. He received 60 years, 20 for the aggravated assault, for the pistol whip, and then the other sentences for the remaining felonies totals 206 years. But like you said, they all run concurrently.
Down to at 5, another senseless act of gun violence, this time claiming the life of a Texas college student from Germantown. 21-year-old Wes Smith, a junior at Texas Christian University, TCU, was sadly shot and killed by a stranger Friday in Fort Worth.
Our school has never faced a tragedy like this.
At St. George's Independent School and for members of its Young Life ministry, a grief-stricken community mourns the shocking death of former student 21-year-old Wes Smith. Joel Brantley runs St. George's Young Life program and knew Wes and his family very well. Smith was shot and killed in Texas Friday morning in an apparently random assault. According to a police affidavit, he was shot 3 times while standing on a sidewalk in Fort Worth's 7th Entertainment District.
It sounds like Wes was walking a couple of young ladies to meet an Uber driver or something of that nature, and a guy walked up that was having a really, really bad day and happened to take his aggression out on Wes.
Police say the suspect is 21-year-old Matthew Purdy. He was charged with murder after the attack and allegedly admitted to shooting Smith for no discernible reason.
I feel for the family of the young man that did this. He's got to have family out there. My heart breaks for them as they know what he's facing.
You come across these cases of random violence, and it underscores literally how a safe, like, entertainment area can just become dangerous out of the middle of nowhere. Like, it just can just happen out of the middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just scary that you can just be helping people, like, Wes was helping people, 2 girls, and then for no reason, apparently, you're just not alive anymore. And yeah,
There's just no justification for it, right? There's no reason that it could have happened.
yeah, exactly.
I'll leave this full hearing and the link to it for anybody that wants to watch the victim impact statements. What I really would like to go over is the sentencing part. This is the full hearing and where the family responds. Here we go.
Your attorney went over all these documents with you? Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear everything you sign and know your attorney is true and correct to the best of your knowledge? She's got a certified. Thank you. And right now they're just gonna fingerprint Matthew, and then we'll get started, okay?
Please take your seats. Thank you very much. For both sides, you're able to proceed on the record.
Seems ready.
That's right. This is the joint agreement on the part of all the parties, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And it is my understanding that you reviewed these documents, counsel, with your client, is that correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Now, after you reviewed these documents and had your client sign them, in your opinion, is he competent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there any reason why legally we should not proceed forward with the plea bargains?
No, Judge.
All right. And state, is this consistent with your legal advice that you proceed with these pleas?
It is, Your Honor.
And have you discussed these matters with the respective victims?
I have.
And are the victims agreeing to this plea bargain agreement?
They are, Your Honor, they're here in court.
Thank you, Ms.
The
Wilson.
victims are-
And is this consistent with your legal advice, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
As far as you know, he's entering a free voluntary plea, pleading guilty because he is guilty and for no other reason.
That is correct.
All right. Now, Mr. Purdy, would you please stand? Mr. Purdy, state you waive a formal reading.
I do.
In defense, you waive a formal reading.
We do.
All right. Mr. Purdy, and the cause number ending in 134 for the offense of murder. It states that you, on or about the first day of September 2023 in Tarrant County, Texas, did intentionally, knowingly cause the death of an individual, Wes Smith, by shooting him with a firearm. To that offense, how do you plead?
Guilty.
It states in cause number ending in 966 that you, on the 27th day of August 2023 in Tarrant County, did intentionally and knowingly, while in the course of committing theft of property with intent to obtain or maintain control of the property, that you threatened or placed DeAndre Whitley in fear of imminent bodily injury or death and used or exhibited a deadly weapon, namely a firearm. To that offense, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? To the offense ending in 864, charging with aggravated assault, you have agreed to serve a 20-year sentence. Is that correct? Is that a yes? Now, previously, I didn't ask you, but in the cause numbers involving the murder, you've agreed to serve a 60-year sentence. Is that correct? And to the offense that I told you earlier about ending in 966, you've agreed to serve a 60-year sentence as well. Is that true? Yes or no? In the cause number ending in 865, tampering with physical evidence, you've agreed to serve a 10-year sentence. You understand? Is that correct? Is that a yes? In the cause number ending in 281, and this is a probation of your community supervision, originally charging you with the offense, robbery causing bodily injury, you've agreed to serve a 20-year sentence. Is that correct? And in the offense ending in 638, a probation revocation, you've agreed to serve a sentence of 20 years for the offense of robbery causing bodily injury as well. Is that correct? In the probation revocation that you're facing for the offense of harassment of a public servant, you agreed to serve a 10-year sentence. Is that correct? For the probation revocation that you're placed on probation for credit card abuse, you agreed to serve a 2-year state jail sentence. Is that correct? The next probation revocation, credit card abuse, and that's in cause number 286, ending in 286, you agreed to serve a 2-year sentence as well. Is that correct? And then finally, the last probation revocation case, For the offense of credit card abuse, you agree to serve a 2-year state jail sentence. Is that correct? Do you have any questions about your legal rights to a jury trial, to face your accuser, or to state to prove your case beyond a reasonable doubt? You understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving that right freely and voluntarily. You also understand that there will be no right of appeal in this case. Do you understand? In the revocation cases, you have the right to have a hearing before the court and we determine whether or not you violated those probation violations. And you would have an appeal right, but you're waiving those rights as well. Do you understand? Now, the court intends to receive and accept those pleas. Do you understand? And I intend to follow the plea bargain if that is your desire. Is that your desire to go forward with these pleas? All right, State, is there anything else that you require in terms of any admonishments or anything else that I should consider?
No, not from the state.
Defense.
Nothing from the defense.
All right, now, Mr. Purdy, to those respective offenses, the offenses that you have the right to a jury trial, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? And to the offenses that you violated your probation, how do you plead? True or not true to all the allegations contained in those paragraphs? I will receive and accept your pleas, find you guilty of the offense of murder, as well as the other cases as well, and find the allegations true. Set your punishment as for grief. You may be seated.
Wes is not ending, and one day we're going to join Wes in his new beginning. Live like Wes.
To the Smith family, we share in your grief, and we do not see much light, and you share it today through grace. Thank you. Now we'll go back on the record. Mr. Purdy, and to the defense, are there any legal reasons why Mr. Purdy should not be remanded to the custody of the sheriff?
No, Your Honor.
It is now the order of the court that you begin serving your sentences required by law. It is the order of the court that you are remanded to the custody of the sheriff of Tarrant County to be delivered to the institutional director of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice. The proceedings are now closed. You may take it.
Wow. That was I know we only saw a little bit of the impact statement of the mom, but that's one strong mama there, and yeah.
So our hearts remain with Wes Smith's loved ones and the TCU community, as well as the family of Matthew Purdy, who also faces their own journey of sorrow. I would like for this to serve as a powerful reminder to cherish each other, cherish your loved ones, and support your communities. Work together, try to prevent senseless tragedies like this. And I really appreciate you joining us. Thank you very much for giving me the platform to do this today. Katya, I appreciate you.
No, of course, it's always a pleasure to do this with you and try to raise a bit of awareness together. Absolutely.
Thank you, Katya.
No worries.
And I'm a real-time crime professional.